everyone, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, as you'll see by the title, I'm going to be talking you through how I plan our meals and batch cook and do our food shops so we can spend as little money as possible. Now, I know that a lot of you watching this are probably going to be like, you'll save so much more money if you go to Aldi, and I totally understand that viewpoint. However, for us, it hasn't worked out as cheaper based on the kind of stuff that we need to buy. So I tend to go with Tesco's as it's easier and they deliver it to my home, and physically for me that's just a lot better. But I do think depending on what kind of food you buy, Aldi is definitely a good option. Just to talk you through the process of what I do, how I plan our meals, whether I stick to a budget or whether I don't. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a big thumbs up and subscribe down below if you do, and let's get into it. So let's just get stuck in there with numbers to start with. So Josh and I have a budget every single month of £250 on food for the two of us. Now, we never go over this. It's very, very rare for us to go over this. We tend to go under it by quite a bit at the moment. We're going under by around £40 at the moment, which is really good. But again, we are in the process of buying a house, so money is really important at the moment, so we're trying to save as much as we can. And I find that the best way for us to save money is to batch cook meals, because they last us in the freezer for weeks and weeks and weeks, and we don't have to consistently be doing weekly regular shops. So this just works really well for us as our family. I'm totally not saying it will work for you, but for our lifestyle and with my disability as well, it just works really well for us to plan our food this way. You should all be able to see my screen now. And what I tend to do is I literally just go into my Google Chrome, whatever I'm using, and just type batch cook meals for couples. And this is just where I'll get some ideas. So I always love the freezable family recipes. That's always a go-to for me, and I'll scroll through these, and if anything jumps out at me, I'll always right click on it and get it in another tab so that I can save that recipe. So this family meals easy beef stew with sweet potato topping, that is something I've had before and I love it. So I'm going to open that in a new tab and we'll save that, and that will be one of our meals. And then I'll just keep scrolling through anything that jumps out at me that I like the sound of. Then I'll do the same thing. So I think I'm going to have a curry one. Chicken tikka masala sounds good. So another thing is Tesco are so good. This is in no way sponsored by Tesco, by the way, but Tesco are so good at recipes. They have loads of really great recipes on there. So I'm just going to type in here. Oh my gosh, all these pop-ups on my laptop. I didn't realise how annoying it was until I recorded my screen. Okay, so there's loads of things. They've got one here, top 10 healthy meals for your freezer, 10 ways to make the most out of your freezer. So I'm going to go for the top 10 healthy meals. So as I said, it's literally all just about finding recipes, saving them, and finding the ones that you want to try. So I'm going to just keep going through this. I know that they have a really good sausage pasta recipe. So as I said, I'm just going to keep going through this until I find a few recipes that I really want. What I tend to do with this is I'll tend to choose maybe 3 or 4 recipes that I can batch cook and freeze. And I'll get my freezer trays, I'll order them on Amazon. I'll pop a link in the description of the trays that I order. They are quite small, but I love the portion sizing control of them, and it really helps us control our portion sizes. So I do like the size of them a lot for portion control, but you can always find bigger ones or smaller ones just to suit your needs. So I've got my 4 recipes now, all at the top. So I've got this one, which is the chicken tikka masala. I've got this one, which is the easy beef stew with sweet potato topping. I've got this one, which is a chicken, bacon and leek cottage pie. Now the reason I've chosen that is because I really want a pie, like pie and mash, but I I just can't be bothered to make a pie at the moment. It's just not something I really particularly want to batch cook. Whereas this is a really good option because you can have the chicken, bacon and leek filling of a pie, but just have potato on top instead. And then it makes it super easy to batch cook and freeze. So I'm going to do that one. And then I'm going to do this spicy sausage ragu with pasta. And what this means is I can then just make the ragu and freeze it into portions in the freezer. And then all I've got to do when I make it that day is take it out the freezer, either defrost it in the fridge for the day or on the side overnight and then pop it in the fridge and cook some pasta, or just heat it up from frozen, boil some pasta, and then I've literally got this home cooked meal in 10 minutes. So really great. So on the next tab, I've also got my Tesco shop. So what I'm going to do is head over to groceries and book a slot because I haven't done that yet. Now I've got 130-ish pounds to spend on this shop. Again, we're halfway through the month, so that's what I've got left over for the rest of the month. We've currently been in a 2 weeks where we've just been like, whatever we can get to eat from our cupboards is what we're going to do. So I've managed to last about 2 weeks just from our cupboards before I've booked a food shop. So that is a really good way of saving money, is being like, we're just going to live off what's in the cupboards for as long as we can so that we aren't wasting food either. Okay, so now what I do is I just go into each of my meals, and it says that this meal serves 10. So what I want to do is increase that so it will serve 14, and then I'll freeze 14 portions of curry, and then all I have to add to my food shop is rice and a bit of coriander for the top of the curry for when we cook it. And again with my stew, this says it serves a family of 4 to 6, so I want this to make double that amount, so I'm going to double all of the quantities and do my food shop like that. And again with the other 2 meals, I want it to last about 2 weeks. I want each one to last us about a week. So I'm going to adjust the quantities of all the recipes to make sure that I have enough ingredients to double the recipe to be able to get it to last us both a week of food. So that eventually we'll basically have a month's of frozen food in the freezer ready to get out and cook. So that is kind of how we do our food shop. I also then top it up with little things that we need, like squash or drinks. Josh likes to drink bottled water, so I order him some bottled water as well. I top up on cleaning products, tops up on guinea pig food. We have 2 guinea pigs, so I will do some fresh veg and put that aside for them. And I'll also order things that we need to have alongside these meals. So for example, the stew, I would serve that with green beans and broccoli. So I need to add green beans and broccoli to my food shop. And the other thing that I love to do before I put my order through is go through and put everything in my basket of what I need for all the meals. And then I'll check my cupboards, and anything I already have, I'll remove it from my food shop so that I'm not doubling up on anything. And I find that that also works really well as well. So again, this is just what works for us. I'm gonna just quickly pause here and do my whole food shop, and then I will come back and talk you through what I've ordered, how much it came to. Okay guys, I really quickly just wanted to pop in here. So I've got my first meal in here. So this meal is this sausage ragu with spirally recipe, however you say that. So this is if I have nothing in my cupboard. So in here I've got chopped tomatoes and garlic. I've got everything I absolutely could need, onions, carrots, everything that I would need for this meal. And I've actually tripled this meal. So it says that it serves 4, but I've actually tripled it to serve 12. So on the cost of that, it means that each one of these will cost me just over £1 per portion. And this will last Josh and I for 6 days. So it's basically £6 for 6 days of dinner, which is so good. So that's kind of how I work these things out. I'll basically put in each meal at a time, work out exactly how much it costs us per meal so that I know exactly like what we're spending and whether it is working out cheaper for us to do the batch cooking this way. This shows you that batch cooking is actually so much cheaper because I'm able to get almost a week's worth of dinners for £13. And again, like I said, that's if I have no chopped tomatoes in the cupboard, or I have no garlic in the cupboard, or I have no onion in the cupboard. So again, that could be a lot cheaper, because at least £2.50 or £3 of that I may already have in the cupboards here, so I might not have to rebuy it. So this is again another upside to batch cooking, and something that makes it so much easier and cheaper for us. So yeah, I really just wanted to quickly show you this. So I'll be doing that exact same thing for all of the individual recipes, and I'll put on screen here how much each portion of each recipe cost us and how many days it's lasted us. I will put that on the screen now. Okay guys, so that is all done. My food shop in the end has come to £113, and as I said, I had a £130 budget, but don't forget I've managed to get meals for 4 weeks from this, and this is only for 2 weeks worth of money left for the month. So really happy with that. I've managed to get double the amount for my money. So that is a huge upside to batch cooking, and something that really encourages me to do it because it saves a lot of money, and we're currently in a time in our life where we want to pack away all that money and as much money as we can so that we can buy our house. So yeah, I really hope you've enjoyed this video. I've given you a little bit of an insight into some of the recipes and just how I go about working it out, substituting them, multiplying them up. So I really hope I've given you enough information there for you to like really think about that. And if you want to try this, then I hope this has been informative and helped you and given you some ideas for your own food shop and how you can save money. I really hope you've enjoyed this video, so don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe down below. And also let me know in the comments any batch cooking meals that you guys love. I'm always up for new ideas and new yummy recipes. So if there's anything that you guys make that are freezable, please let me know in the comments below. And also don't forget to follow me on @MrsLaurenOliver. I love connecting with you guys, so definitely check me out on Instagram. I'll leave my handle here. As I said, it's @MrsLaurenOliver. I also have another Instagram account, which is my Bookstagram, and I read all the time at the moment, especially at the moment. So I really hope you can check that out if you enjoy reading. I basically post a review every single time I finish a book and rate all of them out of 5 stars. So if you're interested in seeing that and seeing what I read and the genres that I like, then definitely check out my Bookstagram. I'll leave it on screen here, but it's @MrsLaurenOliverReads, so super easy to remember. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!